Apple has announced the removal of its top security feature in the UK following a heated dispute with Home Secretary Suella Braverman. This decision has sparked widespread accusations that she has compromised the privacy of millions of iPhone users. The tech giant revealed that British users would no longer have access to the Advanced Data Protection (ADP) feature for eCloud, expressing deep disappointment with the UK government's actions. Apple's unprecedented move has led to a wave of public outrage. Furious UK users have responded by filing lawsuits, organising protests, and ultimately pressuring Braverman to resign amid mounting political and legal scrutiny. Large demonstrations erupted outside the Home Office, with protesters chanting against Braverman's perceived overreach and disregard for digital privacy. Some carried signs accusing her of selling out UK citizens to mass surveillance, while others demanded her immediate resignation. In Parliament, Braverman faced intense criticism from lawmakers across party lines, many of whom accused her of recklessly endangering national cybersecurity. Her failure to quell public anger led to growing dissent within her own party, with senior officials reportedly urging her to step down to prevent further political fallout. Legal experts have confirmed that multiple class action lawsuits have been filed, arguing that Braverman's actions unlawfully stripped citizens of essential cybersecurity protections. Privacy rights organizations have rallied behind these legal challenges, with high-profile lawyers representing UK citizens who feel their digital rights have been violated. Some lawsuits even target the UK government directly, alleging collusion with Apple to weaken encryption protections under the guise of national security concerns. The controversy began when the Home Office issued a secret technical capability notice to Apple, demanding that the company break its encryption to comply with surveillance laws. Apple, adhering to its long-standing policy against creating security backdoors, reaffirmed that such measures are more critical than ever. Public outrage intensified when it was revealed that Braverman had ignored cybersecurity advisors' warnings about the risks of forcing Apple to weaken encryption, warnings that highlighted significant dangers for individuals, businesses, and even government agencies. Despite these concerns, Braverman pushed forward, leading many to believe she severely underestimated the backlash. Reports from Whitehall indicated that Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was growing increasingly concerned about the escalating crisis, fueling speculation that Braverman had lost support at the highest levels of government. Matthew Feeney of the campaign group Big Brother Watch condemned the Home Office's actions, calling Apple's decision an inevitable response to government overreach. He emphasized that UK users were now more vulnerable than before. Enraged Apple customers quickly flooded social media with criticism, bombarding Braverman's official accounts with messages of condemnation. Some even launched petitions demanding a parliamentary inquiry into her handling of the situation. Elon Musk weighed in on the controversy, suggesting that similar measures might have been implemented in the US had former President Trump not won the election. His remarks further inflamed tensions, with many UK citizens accusing the government of pushing the nation toward a surveillance state while other countries uphold privacy rights. At 3 p.m. on Friday, UK users attempting to enable ADP received notifications that the feature was no longer available. Existing users were given a short window to disable the protection before their eCloud backups were downgraded to a weaker security level. Many have since decried this as digital theft, arguing they purchased Apple devices expecting robust security, only to have it removed due to government interference. Some users are now pursuing legal action, claiming that Braverman and the Home Office violated their consumer rights by stripping away critical security features from their purchased devices. The UK government had privately instructed Apple to develop a means of bypassing its encryption, something the company had long resisted. While legally barred from acknowledging the order, Apple had previously warned that it would rather withdraw security features than compromise encryption integrity. Friday marked the first time the company followed through on that warning. This unprecedented decision has left many users furious, with some seeking legal recourse against both Apple and the UK government, accusing them of conspiring to weaken public security. The move underscores the ongoing struggle between the British government and tech companies over digital privacy. Security experts warn that weakening encryption compromises overall cybersecurity and increases vulnerability to hacking. While Apple's decision to remove ADP in the UK does not necessarily exempt the company from compliance with government demands, it may complicate the UK government's ability to obtain data on British users without additional measures. As public protests continue and legal pressures mount, Braverman's position became increasingly untenable. By Monday morning, she announced her resignation, stating that while she had always acted in the interest of national security, opposition made it impossible for her to continue. Her resignation was widely seen as a victory for digital privacy advocates and a warning to future officials considering similar policies. Apple reiterated its disappointment with the situation, reaffirming its commitment to strong encryption and user security. A company spokesperson emphasized the growing threats to customer data and the importance of end-to-end encryption. They expressed hope for a resolution that could restore these protections in the UK. Meanwhile, outraged UK citizens continue to mobilize, organizing letter-writing campaigns to MPs and crowdfunding legal challenges. With lawsuits piling up and mass protests showing no signs of slowing, the battle for digital privacy is far from over. As the controversy unfolds, a key question remains: is this a necessary step for national security, or a dangerous violation of privacy that sets a troubling precedent? With the UK government under intense scrutiny, policymakers may be forced to rethink their stance on encryption laws. One thing is certain: the fight for digital privacy is just beginning. Let us know in the comments, do you think the UK government is overstepping, or is Apple playing a risky game? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on this developing story. In related news, over 100 migrants were arrested in Coventry and the Midlands as part of a nationwide UK operation targeting illegal employment. Authorities conducted raids at 131 locations in January, resulting in 106 arrests, according to the Home Office. Midlands arrests rose by 34% compared to the previous year. Among those detained were 6 delivery drivers caught working illegally at a transport depot in Worcester, with 2 workers detained for deportation due to employment law violations. In another raid in Coventry, a 29-year-old man was arrested, later released on bail, and required to report regularly to the Home Office. A spokesperson explained that many migrants are misled about their legal ability to live and work in the UK, creating dangerous incentives for individuals to risk their lives crossing the English Channel in small boats. The spokesperson also highlighted the exploitative working conditions, low wages, and harsh hours experienced by many illegal workers, as well as the unfair competition posed by employers evading taxes. Home Secretary Suella Braverman stated that illegal employment has long been exploited by employers and that many individuals have entered and worked in the UK without facing enforcement action. She emphasized that such practices lead to worker mistreatment and economic harm, vowing to intensify enforcement efforts with new legislation aimed at dismantling criminal networks that threaten border security. Eddie Montgomery, Director of Enforcement Compliance and Crime, praised the success of the Midlands operations, expressing hope that these actions would serve as a deterrent to both illegal workers and employers engaging in unlawful hiring practices.